So the purpose here is just to cover some, in a sense, ground rules before you begin doing your first meditation. There's just a lot of misconception and misunderstanding as to what it is that you are not, attempting to accomplish during the meditation. So we're going to be using awareness of breath meditations, meaning we're just, sitting and going to attempt to keep our focus on our breath, the full details of our breath. And, inevitably what's going to happen is our brain's going to do what it does, and thoughts are going to pop in, and emotions are going to pop in, and all these different storylines of what do you have to do today, and what have you already done, and how did that argument go, and how am I going to save for retirement, and who knows what's going to come up. But the purpose of the meditation is not to clear your mind of these thoughts. It's almost impossible. What we are trying to do is recognize as the thoughts are occurring, acknowledge that the thoughts are occurring, but then, just gently redirect our attention back to our breathing. And then it'll happen again and again, and we'll redirect and redirect. It's the idea of, trying to train a puppy. It's you tell him to sit, and then he runs away. You pick him up, and you put him back down. You tell him to sit, and then he runs away, etc., etc. But what will happen over time with practice is you'll begin to catch the thoughts much sooner. As opposed to the thought going from what am I going to do when I leave here? Okay, I have to go to the grocery store and I need to buy milk, and then I have to go home, and then I have to cook dinner, and why do they give the kids so much homework, and whatever it might be. You'll catch the thoughts earlier in that process and be able to redirect. So don't get frustrated or upset or start labeling things as you're doing it right or wrong, because that's not the case. There is no wrong meditation. What matters is your intention. So as you listen, just pay attention to the words that I'm saying and just consistently use them as a reminder to bring yourself back to the breathing. And over time, what this is helping us do is cultivate the ability to direct our attention and keep our focus where we want it, on the present moment. We're focusing on the breath, which is as present as it can be. All we have is the breath that's happening right now. And help us to alleviate the self-imposed suffering that we bring to ourselves by worrying about the future and stressing about the past, most of the time of which we're creating stories that are most likely worst case scenarios or impossible, and just creating this unnecessary stress and turmoil in our daily life, and starting to begin to realize how much joy there is in just being present. So when you listen to the guided meditations, just follow the voice and my instruction. And over the course of this next 25 days, just doing it twice a day. And as mentioned, the recordings are going to be for 5 minutes. However, feel free to either go longer than the time or even not use the recordings at all. Enjoy.